And hello, soccer fans. Welcome to CQ Arena, where today, Sunday afternoon, it's your Baltimore Blast taking on the Harrisburg Heat. Paul Mittermeier, Lee Tashantaret, and we'll hear from Andrew Primrose in just a moment. It's unfamiliar territory for the Baltimore Blast, a 3-game losing streak, and not just a losing streak itself, but the 9-1 thrashing they suffered at the hands of Utica on Friday night. Lee Tashantaret, 3-game losing streak, unfamiliar situation. How did the Blast kind of get out of this funk?
You go back to the basics. I think, talking to Danny and talking to the boys, they just realized all the little things aren't going well. I think that over the years, Danny has been preaching taking care of all the small details, and that's what you got to do. You got to go back to the basics, make sure you're doing all the little things right, and try to keep your confidence up.
Last time out against this Harrisburg team, Harrisburg defeated the Blast 8-6. That was the first game of this 3-game losing streak in Harrisburg. And it won't be easy today as the Blast missing some key pieces again this afternoon. Let's go down to the bench and Andrew Primrose. Andrew, who's in, who's out today for the Blast?
Well, for the Blast, Lucas Roque remains out with a knee injury. That dates back to last year. Juan Pereira still not back from the foot injury. Daniel Peruzzi, of course, lost for the year with his own knee injury. And tonight, the scratches that we're a little surprised about, John Orlando, not active for the Blast today. Sam Guernsey down, and that's the Blast players that will not be joining us tonight. Starting William Vanzella, Tony Donatelli, Adriano Dos Santos, Jamie Thomas earns the start alongside Elton De Olivero and Vinny Dantas. For Harrisburg, their starters, Perella in goal, Viella, Carvalho, Dominic Francis, Dylan Hundell, and Nelson Santana starting for Pat Healy tonight.
And Nelson Santana, Lee, the hat trick up in Harrisburg against the Baltimore Blast. It was interesting, too, because in that game, the youngster, Mo Ndiaye, kind of got into the grill a little bit of Nelson Santana, and Nelson responded, put 3 back behind William Vanzella, and kind of made a statement for Harrisburg in that game.
Yeah, listen, Nelson's a crafty veteran, and sometimes when the younger guys kind of poke the bear, so to say, it comes back to bite you a little bit. But listen, Nelson's a crafty veteran. He's got a lot of indoor experience, and he's a good finisher. So.
All right, let's take a look at the goalkeepers today for these two clubs. Matt Perella in goal for Harrisburg, 2-4, 6.04 goals against average, 587 save percentage. Perella has a goal and an assist on the season, and William Vanzella for the Blast, a very un-William Vanzella-like 6 and 5 mark, but the goals against average still pretty good, 4.77, 702 save percentage, and that really gets back to Lee. So, especially lately, the Blast have struggled to score goals.
Yeah, it seems like they're just out of sorts, out of rhythm a little bit. You have to kind of take into account that they're putting a lot of young pieces out there, and it takes a little bit of time to gel, Year in and year out, the teams with the best record kind of have that continuity, players who have played together for a while. So Danny's been mixing in a lot of young players, and sometimes that happens.
One of the stat that sticks out to me from last game, where we were looking at for the Blast versus Utica City. Utica City out-blocking the Blast 17-4. Utica City 17 shots blocked, the Blast 4. That almost never happens where the Blast are out-blocked, and to that tune was pretty incredible.
The other big thing about that, too, is that I think teams starting to figure out how to play in this arena a little bit, knowing that because of limited space, you get in front of some balls, you get in front of the goal, make some blocks. There were 2 or 3 times guys taking balls off the line, just being in position to make blocks in front of their goal.
Yeah, absolutely. They're starting to get used to the size of this. When you reference blocks, once again, experienced players know where to be to make the blocks.
We are underway. Harrisburg kicks it off. Tony Donatelli steals for the Blast. Jamie Thomas heads it back for Donatelli. And the Blast are away into the Harrisburg side. Here's Jamie Thomas on the far side. Defensively, Harrisburg makes the steal and clears. Here's Donatelli again. Francis will pressure. Dos Santos, good cut to the middle. And Donatelli gets it to the far side for Thomas.
Somebody's got to give Tony a little information there. He had plenty of time to turn and create some numbers.
Hundelt down the wing. Vanzella out to play that one. Comes loose off the boards. Dos Santos with a quick touch to save it and send it towards Vanzella, and Blast will try to clear. Right away, Lee, we see high pressure from Harrisburg.
Yeah, but their high press can be broken pretty easily because the center guy is open every time. It just takes a firm ball from William and a nice one-touch ball through the middle of that zone.
Kalu's pass for Donatelli too far. Now Kalu pushes. Foul called. It'll be a free kick for Harrisburg. Just underway here in Baltimore. Perella, pressured by Dantas, clears it to the Blast side. Here's William S.K. Back for Santana. Santana is sporting the pink shoes today. Lee, did you ever wear pink shoes?
No, I think I might have slapped myself if I did that.
Ball around the turn. Thompson comes to help. Ball taken away, though, by the Blast. Nifty footwork. Nice work by Olivero there for the Blast, and they have possession.
Well, both teams have come out with some good energy here in this first few minutes.
Well, if you're Harrisburg, you have to see the enthusiasm, a 2-game winning streak. You're feeling good, and you've had time off. The Blast have to be looking at it as they want to get the taste out of their mouth as quickly as possible after Friday. So
yeah, I think a goal here would be huge for the Blast, obviously. Ball chested down by Mello. Good reaction there by Perella to come out and make the play. Quick distribution to the far side. Oh, nice hustle by Mello to get back. It's loose, and a good communication there. It's something we saw a lack of on Friday night. Good communication there for Vanzella to get it.
Yeah, no, listen, this is a great start, and to the point of, trying to get that taste out of your mouth. When you're in a losing streak, you don't want to go down early in a game, right? So the Blast want to try to get the first goal here, get a little bit of momentum, and get that confident feeling back.
NDI's pass is deflected. Santana volleys it in the corner. Good double team by the Blast. Santana goes down, and foul is called.
I like that, though. The Blast are pressing high. Mello was fronting his man, so if the ball popped out down the board, they can pick it up.
Santana with the restarts. Exchanges passes with Perella. Good pressure by NDI. A lot of times you can catch Santana in the back. Not fast. You can get that pressure on him and create turnovers.
Yeah, he's very good with the ball, but sometimes a little bit overconfident with the ball, and it comes to bite him.
Harrisburg wins the possession. Santana marked by NDI. Good run here. Quick shot. Oh, blocked maybe by the Harrisburg player in front that time. Quick turn. That goes wide.
Yeah, they hit Cavillo in the chest. Unfortunately, bad break for Harrisburg.
And Cavillo made the save himself.
Yeah, that was a good turn and a good shot.
Deflection off of the foot of Brahm onto the hands of the keeper, and now quickly in the other end, Cipollone gives it away.
One of the things I'm a little surprised about, and you don't see it too often, is the jersey, the opposing jersey, the goalie is the same as the Blast. They're both wearing black today, which is a little strange. Usually the league doesn't allow that.
Well, black and orange mix in that jersey.
Yeah.
Foul on Elton. Perella's chip into the Blast offensive end is gathered in by Vanzella.
Paul, where I would like to see the Blast take advantage of the Heat is pressing their backs.
Quick shot here, that's blocked. 50-50 ball, Kalu can't win that. Great ball up ahead for Morgan now for Harrisburg. Marked by Thomas.
Paul, wouldn't you say the athleticism of the Heat is probably their most, is the strength of their team, and they like to play these long balls up the board, and their defenders don't handle the ball particularly well, so you want to press them so they don't get these easy balls up to the fast players.
Nifty play by Francis there. Both used his physicality and his finesse to almost score a goal, but Vanzella just got a hand on it last minute.
Well, that ball either got deflected or it had a real weird spin on it as William had to track it. It was almost like a curveball, knuckleball.
Francis has it on his foot again. Heat set up shop. Little back heel by Covejo there, and Vanzella reads that play.
Little miscommunication there. I'm not sure where William was hitting that one or throwing that one.
Hoxie's left foot.
Deflected.
Are they going to say deflection on that?
Deflected, yeah, it was tipped.
Okay. Corner kick for the Blast. Mello presides here. Hoxie back on the
A
field.
lot of room for Adriano up high. Get to him.
Oh, to the box. Now Cemento kicks it into the crowd.
That would have been a spectacular little side volley there.
That was a nice pass. Miscommunication here. Perella, gets it through. SK shot. That goes off of Vanzella and wide. That was a quick turn of events there.
Yeah, the Blast has got to take advantage of that great press. You can't make that mistake up the board and let that ball get down. That should have been a counterattack the other way.
Olivero fouled.
I'd tell you, we talked about the blocks early in the intro, but how many uncontested runs on William Vanzella we have seen in the last 2 games? I mean, William's an excellent goaltender, but a lot of the strength of this team defense was not allowing uncontested runs directly at the goalie, and now we've already seen 2.
One of the biggest things, and Lee, I know you're a big hockey fan too, you can't allow odd man rushes. That just kills you.
Yeah, listen, the strength of this franchise over the years has been their defense. We started winning championships here when we defended. So that defense wins you championships.
You get beat on defense, but to get beat without marking a man is just unexcusable, and not the way that the Blast are used to playing soccer.
Yeah, but once again, that comes a little bit with experience.
Absolutely.
You get these young guys that they don't realize the transitional moments in this game happen so quickly.
Yep.
And it's just magnified here. Morgan can't get around Dos Santos. A quick distribution for Adriano to Hoxie. It looked like Hoxie had Dos Santos on the give and go, but didn't get it to him.
Yeah, Adriano's a little bit upset with that. He made a great run, get that ball back one time from Hoxie, and he's in.
Donatelli directs traffic here. Down the boards in front. Hoxie can't get to it, but that's a mistake. It has to be a defensive clearance. That's the call. It'll be a restart at the top of the arc. A lot of times on a deflection, you won't get that call, but that was that was clearly he cleared that ball.
Yeah, no, absolutely. There was no question to that one.
Oh, nice little pass from the top of the box, but they can't get a shot off of it.
Oh, that was nicely drawn up. The ball that was laid back just had a little bit too much weight to get a good shot off on it.
Braun runs into the double team, forced back to Thompson. Marked by Vinny Dantas. Oh, good defense by Diesel. A little push there, but not enough to get the foul call, but enough to win the ball. Chance, though, 3-on-1 for Harrisburg. Thompson plays it back to the box. Shot, that's blocked away. Rebound, that's wide. Blast dodge a bullet there.
Yeah, there was no rotation. Diesel was making his run up the side, which he should have, but
Nobody came back.
Yeah, there was no backside rotation. The opposite guy's got to see that, and he's got to come in.
Francis runs through. That's blocked away. Good back heel by Olivero. 2-on-1. NDI in. Shot wide. Rebound. Donatelli off the boards. Tries to go back to himself. Good defensive play, though, by Harrisburg.
Yeah, that was actually a really smart play. I'm not sure who that was, but he did a good job kind of riding Tony off. A little bit of an obstruction.
Yeah, that's the thing, right, Lee? We just saw with Diesel with that play. Enough of a physical play to make a play, but not create the foul call.
Yeah.
One, keep your arms down. I mean, you can move the effect with your body if you keep your arms down. You're going to get the call if you extend the arms.
Yeah, it's not necessarily the arms down. It's just the outward pushing.
Oh, Santana off the bar. That might have went in.
No, it hit the. That hit the side.
Hit the post, right?
Out, yeah.
Hit the post. All right, time out of the field. Blast dodge a bullet there. It'll be a restart when we come back. They're going to say it's got to be Blast ball, right? It hit the post and went out of play.
I think William got a hand on it. I got to be honest with you. I think so.
All right, there's an official's timeout. We'll take one as well. 6:38 left in the first quarter. We're scoreless here at CQ Arena. Back with more. You're watching MASL Soccer on MASL TV.
Stepping into the unknown, it can be difficult to find the way. But with the compassion and strength of a name and the security of the cross and shield, obstacles become openings. As we have for more than 75 years, we'll continue to light the way, using our knowledge to create new healthcare solutions, giving you the power to shine forward to whatever awaits tomorrow. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield. Live fearless.
Welcome back to Baltimore. Scoreless, first 8:22, but Lee, I think a much better effort so far by the Blast than we saw Friday night.
Yeah, listen, both teams have created some opportunities, but I think the Blast has done well. They've just they seem to be a little bit disjointed when they're attacking. They're not getting that rotation and balance that they normally have.
NDI really the best opportunity so far. Clean down the wing, but his shot went wide. And Nelson Santana just missed a goal as he put it off of the post. And he hit it flush because it came right back at him.
That he did. He hit that post flat on the inside.
Don't forget the MASL now has a podcast. Join Craig Elston as he talks to players, officials, and coaches from across the league. It takes you behind the scenes of the MASL. Check out maslsoccer.com to listen to past episodes and subscribe to the official MASL podcast. So Harrisburg with the restart here, far side of the Blast offensive end. Vinny Dantas, the one-man wall for the Blast. And a pushing foul called inside on Dylan Hundelt. So it'll be a goalkeeper distribution for William Vanzella.
Try to run a little pick there, but I think he threw his shoulder into Mello's head.
That's never going to work. Good distribution here. And a good settle by Dantas. Mello. Other thing, too, Lee, Friday night, the Blast just did a poor job of beating the double team. Every time the ball went to a Blast target, the double team just took it away.
Yeah, they've had a problem with that. They're a little bit inconsistent about playing the ball and running off the ball, so defenders have to defend you, and then having a guy close enough to lay the ball back if they are going to defend you.
Ball off the boards in front. Taken away by Escobar for Harrisburg. Gives it right back to Dos Santos. Quick one touch, but Mello right there for the Blast. And another thing, too, Lee, and we've talked about this before, spacing has been an issue. You know, when you don't have good spacing, it's easy for guys to come off of their man and to get that double team.
Absolutely.
Oh, great ball here by Vanzella. Here's Kalu. Some nifty footwork. Finds Dantas. Dantas' shot is blocked by Santana. Perella comes out, but Dantas right back on it. Crossfield pass, Dos Santos, time and space. Left foot, that's blocked.
What a great ball by Vinny. You know, you'd like to see Adriano get up into that space earlier so he can have a one-time shot or take that ball forward.
Dantas turns, that's blocked by Santana. Well, Santana comes up talking.
So you're mired in a 3-game losing streak, right? And that happens in sports for sure. But, you know, when it happens, you look to your veterans to get you out of this, right? So we've got to see the Blast veterans here settle everybody down and create something positive for them.
Donatelli, Dantas, Hoxie, Mello, we're talking about those guys. And Dos Santos.
Absolutely. You got a lot of guys here who have won some championships and been through some wars.
Good ball inside. Hoxie comes loose. Cipollone in the box. He turns. He gets taken down. Foul called just outside the box. I'm imagining we'll see a top of the arc here.
And that's one of those instances. Who is that? Nascimento plays a great ball to Hoxie back post.
And you see the end of that play where Cipollone goes down. He's bodied down there.
Yeah, no, Ty does a good job getting a hold of that ball off the board.
Here's a real good chance here for the Blast inside the top of the arc. Try for Hoxie, but Santana sniffs that out. You got to get more out of that.
Yeah, you could tell Tony's, you know, he's not happy with himself. But once again, you know, you got a veteran in Santana, who did a really good job of jumping that pass.
Olivero for Thomas. 10 minutes in, scoreless. Poor pass by Dos Santos. Santana has it. Thomas runs him off. Elton in the corner.
That's like three hits Santana's had in a row there, and not one foul.
Nelson is just playing like a man possessed these last two games. Probably a little chip on his shoulder, obviously.
Yeah, listen, whenever you play against one of your former teams and your friends, you know, that always adds a little fuel to the fire.
Brom kicks it into the netting above the goal, so a goalkeeper distribution for Vanzella. Distributed into the corner. Blast dig it out. Vanzella for his first trip across the yellow line. Mello, marked by Vieja. Olivero's shot blocked. That's a constant theme here in the first quarter. Harrisburg has to have 6 or 7 blocks already.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of following their runners right now and getting a body in front of the ball.
There's Vanzella again to the corner.
But we have 2 players making the same run there, right? So both players are making that same run. They've
bringing everybody to the corner.
Yeah,
and then
there's nobody behind.
You just have to have a little understanding. The second runner's got to see the first one in there.
Well, Lee, I would think first runner to the corner, second runner to the box, right?
The second runner somewhere else, just depending on the angle of the ball.
3-line violation here on Harrisburg, so a restart at the yellow line for the Blast.
So one of the staples, Paul, wouldn't you say, over the last 5-6 years is these set pieces for the Blast,
Oh,
right?
absolutely, absolutely. And it's not about, you know what, it's not even about scoring a goal every time. It's about getting a good look and getting a good shot every time. That's the key, right? Because if you get a good shot every time, you're going to score.
Well, it's not even necessarily that you're going to score, but then you start putting the fear in the other team of giving up those silly free kicks, and then, you know, that's when mistakes happen.
Oh, bad distribution here. Vanzella to the corner. Too far for Dantas, though. And, again, that's just a little thing. Vinny was wide open. Obstruction call here on Thomas.
Yeah,
Vinny was wide open, and William didn't hit him. He put it into the corner instead.
Yeah, those are just the little things. When things aren't going well, those are the little things that aren't clicking.
Barella off the boards, and Vanzella steps in front of Cavello.
I'm not sure where the foul was there. I didn't see anything.
They called pushing on Carvalho.
So
he had his
for pushing William in the back. Yeah. Ticky-tack. And that's one of those things, you know, did it affect play? Do you make those calls when it doesn't affect play? That's the question. Some referees do, some don't. That's a foul. That affects play because if Thomas goes down, then there's an opportunity for Harrisburg.
Yeah.
But it was clear that Vanzella had the ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the other situation. Nice move by Santana around Dantas. Nascimento the double team, but Nelson does a nice job to hit Thompson out of the zone. Quick turn, shot off of the glass above the goal. Ball well meant that time. Esque hit that one. Cavello in the corner. Turns off the boards for Hundelt. Dos Santos short circuits that play. Now Santana has it at his own yellow line. Under 2 to play first quarter. Here's Morgan. Savoy Morgan had a big game last time the Harrisburg Heat were in town. Good D by the Blast. Dantas takes it away and clears it back. You see, that's the difference to me, Lee, and Vinny Dantas when you talk about if he's 100%. 100% Vinny Dantas takes that ball and just goes to the other end of the floor unstopped. He's just not healthy right now.
Yeah, it's a train on the tracks when he's got that ball, and he doesn't stop for anybody, and now he's pulling back, and we've noticed that the last 2 games. Definitely not 100%. Now the question is 75% Vinny Dantas Still one of
Oh,
the
here
best
you go.
players in this
Hoxie
league,
in
yes.
front. Oh, it's just wide. Oh, great ball out of the corner by Mello. And Hoxie couldn't finish.
Yeah, what a great opportunity. Hoxie takes it left-footed and just squirts it wide.
Oh, Morgan with a chance, top of the box, can't finish. Santana runs it down in the corner. And let's see, they're going to call.
Played it back, yeah.
Yeah, they're going to
top of
call.
the arc.
That is an illegal procedure. They're going to say that Santana played it back to his keeper. Now, I will say this. He did put the knee down to knee it back to him, but I don't know if the official saw that or not. And here's the other question. Did he actually knee it or not? Because I know he put his knee down to do it, but I couldn't see if he did it or not.
It didn't look like it, but you know what?
I didn't
sure.
see it. I thought he just passed it, but I can't believe Nelson would make that mistake. I mean, it was.
He definitely, here,
we
watch
go.
the play. He definitely drops the knee to get it off of his knee here, but does it hit his knee? And I don't
No,
think it does.
I don't think it does. Oh,
Oh, and they're going. Oh my gosh! And now they're going to change the call.
yeah, I would like to get a good look at that one. It did not look like he looked
Ooh.
like he tried to, but it looked like it actually hit his shin.
I think the referee had it right, and then they changed it.
They called it inadvertent whistle. Was the ruling?
Mm.
And the Blast didn't argue it too much, so I guess they figured that was the right call.
Well, he did. Nelson made the effort to get the knee down to do it. I just don't know if he accomplished that, and that's a terrible play by Manzella. 3-line violation. Restart yellow line for Harrisburg with 35 left in the quarter.
When Harrisburg is pressing, Baltimore's not getting someone centrally fast enough to kind of play that bump off the middle guy to the opposite defender.
Santana runs on. That's blocked. Quick shot by Vieja. That goes wide. Quick chance for the Blast, 3-on-2. NDI in, shot off the post. Oh my!
You have to connect when you have numbers in a game like this. That developed too slowly.
Yeah, but even so, Lee, he played it so well using the runner as the decoy and had the keeper beat, and he just put it off the post. Here's a quick turnover on the defensive end. Good job by Elton to recover. 5 seconds in the quarter. 3 seconds. Foul called on Harrisburg with 2.4 left.
I understand wanting to use the runner as a decoy, but the runner was on. And if you take that shot, you better put it in the back of the net.
Kick in by the Blast. That'll do it. First quarter. We're scoreless at the end of one quarter. Back with the second quarter after the break. You're watching MASL Soccer on MASL TV. Welcome back to Baltimore. We're scoreless after one quarter of play. outside of being on the team, the best way to know what's happening in the MASL is to tune in to Kick This. Every weekend, Soccer Sam discusses the ins and outs of all the MASL action. Find Kick This every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern on iHeartRadio. And Lee, I guess the big thing, I was in Florida yesterday. I didn't have a chance to check. Did Landon Donovan play for the Sockers this weekend?
I don't know. I haven't. I've been so busy. I haven't had a chance to check myself.
I'll take a quick peek here. First quarter observations from you, Blast and Harrisburg.
I think Harrisburg's doing what they should do. They're trying to come after a team that has lost a couple games in a row. The Blast is a little bit tentative, and that is normal when you're in a 3-game losing streak. But I feel like the Blast is starting to feel a little bit comfortable on the ball. I worry about them in transition defensively. They've gotten caught a few times.
All right, so Landon did not play in the game. Sockers won 12-1 over Turlock. I'm guessing Landon will make his debut in their home game coming up next.
I wonder.
They're on the road for 2.
I wonder if he's just going to play home games.
Yeah.
Right?
That'd be a nice contract, right?
Yeah, That's what happens when you're the man. And you know what? He's earned it.
No question. No question about it. First quarter stats, Blast outshoot Harrisburg 6-4. Five blocks for the Heat in that first quarter. 2 for the Blast. 7 fouls on the Heat, 4 for the Blast. Vanzella makes 2 saves, and Perella makes 1 save for the Heat.
So that's the one noticeable thing. How many saves for each keeper?
3 total between the 2 of them.
And with the amount of shots they've taken, both teams have been off the mark on their shooting.
Well, when you hit the post, it's not on goal.
I'm still not sure how that ball from Nelson didn't go in.
I just don't think it could, from that angle, completely cross the line and then bounce back out.
No, I agree with you. It didn't. I just don't know how it didn't. It was so deep in it.
T. Cipollani with a chance, but a bad touch there creates the opportunity for Harrisburg to knock it away defensively.
What a great opportunity that was really early in this the second quarter.
Well, Kalu with a nice job. Then he loses the handle to Cavello. Again, Kalu trying to dribble out of the Blast end, gets it knocked away again. Finally, Vanzella clears up for Hoxie, and then Brom just kicks it to the far corner. Mello pressured by Escobar. Blast change, Nascimento on the floor. He has it on the far side. Harrisburg backs off now. Gives Diesel some room. Vanzella across the yellow line. Good ball here. No. No.
I think he's calling it.
Yeah, the whistle came from the far side.
They're waving it off. He's saying it's not 3 lines.
Clearly, William was beat past the yellow line. So I guess did the far side official blow the whistle?
I'm not sure who blew that whistle, frankly. Well, we have our second inadvertent whistle. I thought that came from the side, actually. I thought the third official called that.
There's a lot of inadvertent whistles. Here's Hoxie. No double team. Quick turn. Shot. Oh, big time save by Perella, the best of the game, as he got the paw out. It was headed far post, well meant.
Yeah, what a great save. If it wasn't going in, Tony was there for the tap in either way. That was a fantastic save.
Vanzella with the distribution for Olivero into the corner.
Williams off with his distributions a little bit tonight. He's kind of leading the players a little bit too much.
Morgan turns it over in his own end, but gets some help defensively and able to clear now. Down the wing and just blasted up into the crowd.
Raheem is a little upset as he felt like he had some space in the middle for a pass.
Quick restart here. Dos Santos has nowhere to go, so he plays it back for Vanzella.
Morgan hasn't been as effective as he had been in the previous couple games that I saw against the Blast. They haven't been getting him the ball as much.
A good header here. NDI, good settle, good skill. Far side Mello. Quick turn shot, save. Perella up to the challenge again.
That's what I would like to see Jonathan do a little bit more. He's been isolated on the wings a few times, and he hasn't really gone at the player.
Mello digs it out of the corner. Now Elton. Pressure on Vanzella. He clears. Here's Francis. Back for Santana. Hundelt, far side. Marked by Thomas. Good work here by the Heat to work it out of their own third.
Yeah, excellent.
Turnover.
Excellent possession, but the Blast is doing a fantastic job of keeping everything in front of them. Every time you say Hundelt, I think of Kevin Hundelt.
Yeah.
One of the nicest human beings, and what a great player he was.
Vanzella across the yellow. Elton. Elton had the lone goal Friday night in that 9-1 loss. Good defensive work. And Harrisburg comes out. Esque around Thomas. Jamie follows up though. Thompson goes around Donatelli. Down the turn, ball pops loose and into the hands of Vanzella. Outlet for Thomas. Just a bit too high, but Jamie runs it down.
Jamie's had some really good energy the first quarter and a half here.
Dantas, target, top of the box. Back for Donatelli. Good pass off the boards. Vinny turns, shoots, oh, just wide. Oh, Perella was not ready for that one.
Vinny may have that turn better than any turn, any player in the league.
It's so quick.
Yeah, it's a great shot. But I got to tell you, the ball into Vinny at the top of the box, the only runner was Adriano, who was running off the ball.
Good battle along the boards. Morgan and Dos Santos. Morgan pushes Dos Santos down. You got to be kidding me. They say play on. It's Vanzella the save, the quick chip. And Donatelli puts it onto the hands of Vanzella. How is that not a foul?
What a delicate header there by Tony.
Santana goes down, right?
That's got to be handball, absolutely. He put his
handball
hands
here
up.
On Santana.
Yeah.
I mean, Morgan just basically pushed Dos Santos to the ground.
I'm not sure.
Would have been pass interference in football.
I got to be honest with you. I want to see that one again. I think that was two big boys going
just
shoulder to shoulder.
Banging? Okay. All right, restart Blast. Two-man wall, Francis and Morgan for Harrisburg. Mello, Nascimento's shot, that's blocked. But Marker did a nice job. Even though that was blocked, he kept it on target. We've seen a lot of those go into the crowd lately. It's getting physical now.
Yep.
Santana to the corner. Mello wins that ball.
Both teams are trying to seize a little momentum here, and obviously goals change the momentum.
Oh, great ball here for Hoxie. Hoxie. Blocked. I would have liked that better off the boards, right, Lee?
I mean, I'm not sure from the angle he could have played it off the boards, but you just got to realize it's not on and you got to keep it, right? That's the only thing you can't do is have a turnover, especially when you got guys running off for subs.
Mello with some space. Mello still has it. Mello taken down. Could have been 2 minutes.
Yeah, a little surprise. That's great. So that's twice now we've seen Mello isolated with players and beating them one-on-one.
Replay, and the thing about this with 2 minutes is if he gets by him here, he's on goal alone.
Absolutely.
So that's what could have warranted the 2 minutes there. Shot, a goal! No! Mello's shot stayed out somehow.
I think it may have actually, we might have cleared it off the line ourselves.
I think Jamie Thomas, right, may have cleared that himself. It was going in.
Was it Jamie Thomas or Perella? I can't see with the jerseys being the
same.
Oh,
bad change here. 2-on-0 for the Blast. Thomas shot saved by Perella.
They had it. They caught.
Oh, Diesel goes down. And the foul called here on Francis. I thought this could have been a two-footed play on Diesel. Did Diesel go in with 2 feet here?
I'm not sure.
Now, he got the ball first. There's no question that Diesel got the ball first. But then after that, I think Francis took exception to that, and that's when he picked up the foul. Thomas's shot is blocked.
From the angle he was sliding, it didn't look like he was going to go 2 feet, but tell you what, it's getting chippy here.
Yeah, Carvalho fouled there. Well, they're letting him play, and you know how players are, Lee.
Yeah, listen, it's a good intensity level right now. I got to say, though, nothing dirty. You know, the guys are going at it, and they're banging each other, but nobody's really hitting anybody in a dangerous manner.
Santana's ball goes out of play. I'd like to see that replay of the Melo shot. I'm pretty sure.
Was either Jamie Thomas or Perella that cleared it. One of them cleared it, but I couldn't tell who it was.
I don't think Perella was over there to clear it.
No, I think it was Jamie. I think it was, he went to tap it in, and it kind of just hit off the back of his heel. God knows that's happened to us all at some point.
I mean, we had a pretty good angle from it up here, and it was headed towards the back of the net. That's why I called goal. And then all of a sudden it didn't go in the net. Cipollani in a mess down here and gets bailed out with the foul call.
Yeah, once again, a little bit inexperienced by Ty. You know, he doesn't want to play it back to his keeper, but in that instance, you got to, and you got to let William put it up the court.
Great distribution for Elton. It's still loose, and nice job by Perella to come out and seal that one. And then Donatelli gets it deflected into the crowd. We'll have a corner kick here for the Blast.
Paul, I've been impressed with Perella. He's done a really nice job in net. He's come out and made himself big. He's made some quality saves.
That has to be a corner, right? Did it go out over there? Andrew, did you have a good angle on that?
Yes,
okay.
That's where it did go out.
Drive and a goal! Down toss from the yellow line. Gives the Blast the lead.
That's a great shot. See if we can build some momentum off this. Both teams have been going back and forth. A little bit unfortunate there. I think it was going in anyway, but it was a deflection.
Time to go 6:57. Great strike, yeah, off the defender.
Yeah, off the defender, but it was going in. So.
Blast on top, 1-0.
Great technique by Vinny keeping that one down.
Donatelli gets the assist. Dantas, the 11th goal of the season for him. Donatelli's 8th assist of the season. And we're going to corner kick here for Harrisburg. Francis drives it into the net.
That goal did not feel like a February game against Harrisburg goal, if that makes sense.
No, I mean, listen, you could feel you could feel the weight of the losses on the Blast a little bit.
No doubt. All right,
it's never easy.
Timeout on the floor, 7:55 left in the second. Blast lead at 1-0. Back with more. You're watching MASL Soccer on MASL TV. And welcome back to Baltimore. Blast lead at 1-0 over the Heat. 7:55 left in the second quarter. The Blast would like to thank Miter USA for providing today's match balls. Miter, founded in Huddersfield, England, among the world's oldest sporting goods brands, starting production in 1817. Miter is a proud partner of Major Arena Soccer League, providing arena-specific match balls to both the MASL and MASL2. Lee Chantarette, man, that monkey off your back when you get that first goal, right?
Yeah, listen, we talked about it before the game. When you're on a losing streak, that first goal is really important.
Andrew, any energy change level on the bench down there for the
No,
Blast?
absolutely. I mean, it was like I said, that's what I said. The goal felt different. It was like a deep breath. It was like, okay, the pressure's off a little bit. Kind of felt like, okay, we can do this. We still know what we're doing. I mean, it's a weird vibe for a team that's been so good for so long. And, 3-game losing streak, and then the way they were losing, the way that they were getting beat, just uncharacteristic things. Just to get a goal and have it be from their offensive leader, I think it's a chance to reset and take a deep breath. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see a couple of them come in waves here.
All right, well, the Blast will restart. One of the biggest things, too, when you get that goal is the response. Harrisburg had that corner, but they were unable to get it in the back of the net. Blast have it. Mello quickly up ahead. Here's Olivero off the boards in front by Hoxie and cleared. Esque runs around his man, Kalu, but can't finish. Now Kalu up for Hoxie. Hoxie back for Kalu down the wing. Quick stop. Oh, Mello open on the far side. He tries twice to get it to him, but Harrisburg reads the play both times. And Cavejo comes out with it into the box. That's cleared up near us.
We got a foul, so Hoxie coming across got clipped.
Hoxie's down on the field. Looks like he's holding his midsection.
Thompson that picks up the foul there.
I think he caught it in the thigh, like the inner thigh.
Well, that's the bad midsection. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's going to leave a mark. Hoxie's slow to get up. Heather Colbus, the athletic trainer for the Blast, out to assist.
I don't think there's any assisting.
That's one of those where you're like, look, you got to walk it off.
Just walk it off, man. Just suck it up.
Here's a water bottle.
All right, Blast will restart here. Free kick in their own end. Here's Diesel. Vanzella. Good ball here for Nascimento. Nascimento marked by Francis.
Now they've had that movement twice, Paul, coming out of the back. It's a very specific movement. You can tell that they've worked on in practice. And I'll tell you what, they've been wide open both times on it.
Dos Santos fouled on the far side by Brom. Free kick Blast. Here's Mello. Asks for the wall to be adjusted. Two-man wall.
NDI and Thomas.
One-man wall. NDI turns, shoots, that's blocked. Mello wins it. NDI's ball had to go through three players.
Yeah, I thought Mello was going to go over the top to Nascimento.
Jonathan down the wing. Good D there. Cut off by the Heat. Forces him back, and Dos Santos near side.
Lee, I know you missed the game on Friday, so Paul, I'll say it to you. It looked like Ryan Hall and Pat Healy kind of had the same game plan in terms of just packing 5 defenders in the box.
Yeah, a little bit. I guess that goes back to what we talked about with the teams learning how to play here. Missed opportunity there for the Blast as they couldn't finish in the box. So corner off of Harrisburg, and Mello will preside. Good ball cross for Dos Santos, goes wide. Ball cleared. But again, Lee, okay, so you shoot wide, but you don't shoot into the crowd. So what happens? You win possession back, and instead of a goalkeeper distribution, you're attacking again.
Yeah, no, listen, absolutely. I think, number one, you got a shot off, so it makes the defenders a little bit tight. 2, you keep it in play, so you have another shot at it.
Shipalane loosens the handle against the double team. Now Francis comes forward. And just, Andrew, to get back to your point, I agree. The game plan's simple. Keep it in the middle of the field. Be in position if you're playing defense to be able to block shots. And we've seen both these teams do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost a carbon copy. And obviously Utica City a little more talented on the offensive end than Harrisburg is at this point. But otherwise, defensively, almost the exact same game.
Danta's throwing his weight around down there against Santana.
I'd be willing to bet that Harrisburg is out blocking the Blast again.
That pass chested down, but Diesel wins it back.
Well, I think that's going to tend to happen as well, guys. A team is going to have more blocks when the other team has more possession and more opportunities. So, I mean, on one hand, it means the Blast has a little bit more of the play. On the other hand, it opens themselves up for some counterattacks.
Good steal by Donatelli. Quick shot blocked. Brom gets that one, and this time Nelson does.
I was waiting for him to look back at the official.
Knee the ball back to his keeper.
Pointed his knee.
This one out of play off of Harrisburg, so kick in for the Blast. That's with a quick restart. Both teams changing. And Vanzella down the field. William had to get rid of that ball. You have 4 seconds if you're the keeper to distribute, and it was getting close, so he just dumped it down.
Well, and he almost got a little lucky there as Perella was having difficulty tracking that, and that ball just kind of carried a little bit.
A quick shot save, Vanzella, right there on the near side.
Yeah, that was a very quick release.
Double team steals, but Brom, quick shot, that's blocked by the Blast. Vanzella steps out to knock this away. Francis off of Harrisburg. It'll be a kick in for the Blast. Dos Santos cross field for Kalu. Quick shot. That's a save by Perella. Almost got it through the 5-hole.
See, I like that shot from Kalu there. He had space. He had a line on the goal. Take it.
Oh, good play by Morgan. Good feed across. Francis couldn't get there.
That was the right play. Morgan just didn't connect it. He did well to fake a shot, and the guy was wide open.
Oh, great ball here, and it's just wide. Olivero couldn't finish that one. Great pass off the boards to send that play off.
What a great ball through. Blast has had a few really good opportunities like that.
NDI, back heel. Mello gets it back. Give and go there, didn't work.
Yeah, Mello for me. Oh!
Nascimento with a bomb! And the Blast lead 2-0.
What a fantastic shot. That just jumped off his foot. I don't know if the keeper moved.
His own teammates were telling him not to take the shot.
Wow.
They were trying to make a switch. Everybody's running off. Everybody's telling him to hold. The defense just stops and stares. They're looking to pick up their switches off the bench.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's one of those no, yeah.
And it's so funny because NDI did exactly that to Nascimento. He's saying no, and then after he scored, he held up his hand and goes, my bad.
Time to go 11:35. Nascimento's second goal of the season. Mello picks up the assists. His 9th on the season, and foul here on Harrisburg.
Lee, talk about that as a former player, what the risk is there, though, because if you give up the possession and the odd man break off the switch, you're in a lot of trouble there.
You're in a lot of trouble, even if you take a shot and it deflects and it starts going the other way. Your guys are subbing. So,
Santana's in a mess here, but he gets it out. Great job by Harrisburg there in the defensive end. Thompson on the other side. That's blocked away by Elton.
Great commitment by the Blast to get back so far this first half. Doing a great job tracking their runner, staying goal side.
Well, Santana's shot blocked by Donatelli. Good ball by Perella through the box. Elton clears that. And let's see, foul here on Donatelli.
That'll be a handball. He played it off. Got his hand up there.
I couldn't tell whose hand that hit.
It was Tony's. He got it up. It was right over top of Nelson's head. Nelson was going to head it, and he put his hand right in front.
Santana tries to cut it into the Blast side, but it goes out of play. All right, big 2:30 left here in the first half, huh?
Yeah, listen.
What do they say? They say, does it lead the 2-goal lead is the worst, right?
Better than a 2-goal deficit.
You're not kidding.
Vanzella with all kind of space.
What a
shot. Great header by Mello there from the feed by Vanzella, and Perella makes the save.
What a delicate ball that was by William. That was fantastic ball.
Great
run by Mello.
Great play by Diesel there to get it out of his own end, and that's a mistake by Perella, 3 lines.
Let's see if DK, 2 minutes left. Let's see if he calls a timeout here.
Got some youngsters out there. I think maybe if this was a tie game, Diesel with the left foot's blocked. But I think in this situation, probably best to say the timeout, right? Well, distribution for Dos Santos. Adriano can't beat the double team.
We got a Harrisburg player down on the ground.
And this is going to be Brahm who's down in the box.
Oh.
You see what happened, Andrew? I got caught following the ball up the field.
NDI and him got mixed up somehow, and then they went over to NDI. Francis just went over to NDI. Not happy with what happened. But NDI was there.
So timeout on the field here.
Going to see he's up.
Francis looks like he'll be okay. The officials are conferring.
What's up, man? How's everything?
And what's I guess it was blast possession when the whistle blew, right? If I had that memorized correctly.
Yeah, I think someone had it. I think Mikey had it down in the corner.
So we have a goalkeeper distribution for Vanzella and the blast. Goals by Dantas and Nascimento have given the Blast a 2-0 lead as we are approaching the end of the first half.
Love to see them get one here in the last minute and 45 heading into the locker room with the momentum.
Foul called here on NDI.
What?
I'm not real sure what happened there.
That almost felt like we were going to get you a foul to make up for the one we didn't see or couldn't see. Because, I mean, I don't think they were even touching each other.
Comes Nascimento. For Dos Santos around the turn, and Perella absorbs the shot into the midsection. Oh, Thomas with a quick header back for Vanzella. Second time in this game.
Yeah.
Williams had to be
now, does Williams get a save there?
He sure should.
Good cut by Mello. Mello's played a great first half.
No, I think Mello honestly has been the difference. He was a little change of momentum with him.
Great ball here for NDI. He tried to cut it back to the box. Now he steals. Cuts it front. Shot. Goal! Jamie Thomas buries it, and it's 3-0 Blast.
Fantastic work in the corner to win that ball. And then ends up being a great pass to Thomas.
NDI, 2 different times he wins it there, gets it back here, and he's going to send it across to Jamie Thomas.
Not only a great job of winning the ball, staying with it, and then the composure to not force that shot with the keeper at a net and cut it back. Just an overall fantastic play.
Time to go 14:08, big goal at the end of the half. And, the other thing, too, is, the play before that, he made a bad pass. Sometimes young players get down on themselves when that happens. He didn't. He stayed with the play and was able to recover and make a nice play the second time around.
Yeah, there's also something going on there because he's got something going on with one of the Harrisburg defenders. There's a little of that combative emotion there.
Oh, quick shot here by Brahm. It's the crossbar. Quick volley towards the box is knocked away by Donatelli. He clears. 30 seconds left in the half. Good ball here for Brahm. Harrisburg comes back out. Hundelt to the corner. That's taken away. Here's Dantas with 17 left. Oh, Dantas towards the goal, and Perella got a paw on it and parried it over the crossbar.
Okay, if Vinny meant that shot, that was fantastic, and I think he did. He saw the keeper out, and he tried to chip him.
2 seconds, 1 second, that'll do it. Blast, a very productive first half. They take a 3-0 lead to the locker room. Not bad second quarter, huh?
If he shot that, what a great shot.
What great shot. How about a great save?
Oh, my
How did
God.
Perella get back and get the hand up to make that play? So great second quarter for the Blast. Dantas, Nascimento, and Thomas. Here's the replay of that shot by Dantas. And, I'm not sure. Now, Lee, I'm not sure it was going in, but I'm pretty sure that Perella got a hand on that.
No, Perella.
To get it off of the post or get it off the crossbar.
Absolutely. No, Perella definitely got a hand on it, and he got a hand on it, and it hit the crossbar. So I'm thinking that would have went in if he didn't.
All right, let's go down to Andrew with David Bascom.
Down here with David Bascom. David, a little bit different first half than Friday. What are you seeing differently from your team?
Yeah, one of the things, we're possessing the ball a little bit. We still got to kind of like know when to execute and how we're executing, but the good thing, we're possessing the ball a little bit, we're being more patient, and we're finding those spaces.
Team defensive-wise, you guys seem to settle down, less unmarked guys than you did yesterday. What did you work on yesterday? What did you talk about today to see that change?
This is a team, we know what we have to do. What we didn't do the other night, is really stick to what we know. So all we told them, listen, you come ready to play, understand how we play, execute how we play, and let's get the job done.
All right, second half now, only 3-0. What are you looking at? Just talking in the locker room at halftime. What are you looking at? Any adjustments you're looking to make? Anything you want to tell them to keep doing?
Yeah, well, the biggest things we have to do is just stick to what we're doing and stick to it well. If we get out of sync and try to play because we're up 3-0, we're going to be in trouble. So it's a mental focus for the first 5 minutes after the half starts.
All right, well, fantastic. Good luck in the second half. Thanks for taking the time.
All right, there you go, David Bascom, as the Blast lead at 3-0 at the half. We'll take a timeout, come back. Second half action from CQ Arena. Blast lead at 3-0 over the Harrisburg Heat. You're watching Blast Soccer and MASL Soccer on MASL TV.
Dude, Dave was killing me. Sound like a
All right, welcome back to Baltimore CQ Arena, where the Blast have a 3-0 halftime lead. Don't forget, you get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams. Make sure you're following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram, and MASL Arena on Twitter. Blast lead at 3-0, trying to break the 3-game losing streak. See if they can finish the deal here in the second half against the Heats. Vinny Dantas got the Blast started in this one. And the Blast went from there. Goals from Nascimento and Thomas. Let's take a look at those first half highlights. And Lee, a quick start. Oh, this is a bomb from Dantas.
Yeah, that was a great strike. Defender tried to block it. Does a good job. That's going in either way.
Blast time to go 6:57, then right back again. Nascimento on a, looked like they were going to change, and he hits a blistering shot.
Yeah, that's an old school three-pointer behind the yellow line.
Gave the Blast a 2-0 lead, and then great work by NDI in the corner, and a great finish by Jamie Thomas.
Yep. Actually, I think that went through the defender's legs there.
Yeah, Nelson Santana trying to get back, but it was a great work by NDI there. After making a poor pass the first time, stuck with it, got the second time, made the play the second time, and got the goal. And we talk about little things, Lee. I thought the Blast did the little things. And look at the stats from the first half. Out shooting Harrisburg 26-7 in the first 30 minutes of play.
Yeah, it was interesting. Harrisburg came out, and they're doing it periodically. They came out and pressed the Blast initially, but then they kind of sat back after that. So I'm interested to see if they're going to come out and try to press again to start this third quarter and how the Blast is going to handle that.
We should mention, too, Matt Perrell played well in that first half. He had 10 saves, and maybe his best came at the end of the half.
Yeah, he had 10 saves, and I think 3 of them were of quality. Like they were
high quality.
Yeah, that's it. High quality shot, high quality saves.
Harrisburg will start here in the third quarter. And here we go. Santana to the corner. Dos Santos will run that down, and he'll clear. Quick header by Villa to his keeper. And distributed right back into the Baltimore end.
We got numbers here.
There's Dos Santos down the wing. Adriano to himself off the boards. Perella clears that, but not very far. Thomas runs on. Thomas can't get past Santana, but it comes loose. Quick shot and a goal. Adriano Dos Santos from Dantas. It's 4-0.
Fantastic little layoff there by Vinny. And a great finish by Adriano, just passing it back post.
When we looked at the replay, we'll see. I don't know if we'll go far enough back, but Perella just didn't clear the ball far enough, and that leads to this opportunity here.
Yep, and that's exactly it. Kind of maybe a little bit of inexperience by the keeper there, where he's just got to bang that hard off the boards and send it up the court.
Well, Lee, we talk about momentum changers. Blast score in the last minute of the second quarter, and in the first 31 seconds of the third, to really take a stranglehold on this game. It's a much different situation than what we saw here Friday night. Good distribution this time by Vanzella. Olivero clears it back for Kalu. Here's Vanzella. Quick chip to the corner. Hoxie's down there. Morgan knocks it down first, but the Blast win it back, and Diesel will win back the possession.
This is actually the first we've seen Andrew Hoxie back in since he had that injury, and he was moving a little gingerly coming back from halftime. So
Mello heads it out over the glass.
Vinny was a little animated after that assist there.
That's a great touch. You know, it wasn't a lot, but it was perfect.
Honestly, those are very difficult passes because if you put just even a little too much weight on it, Adriano can't redirect that on goal. That's harder than it looks.
Hoxie clears inside of 3 line.
Real close to being at
That's-
3 line.
That's a skill play right there. Good ball up ahead. Morgan goes down, no call.
That's a great no call. Adriano did a great job putting his hands up.
Well, and
Shoved by Hoxie.
Morgan was trying to draw the foul there.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, a little too much embellishment that time.
I would like to blast. It's good that they're keeping possession here, but right now Harrisburg's on their heels. I would like them to get some balls off the boards or some shots on net here.
Nice cut by Dos Santos twice in, and it's blocked. Great work there. Brahm stepped in and blocked that shot.
That's great defense. Look at that transitional defense. 3 guys winning that ball back for the Blast.
Here's Nascimento runs on. That's a save by Perella. He parries it outside. Dos Santos runs on. The Harrisburg finally controls. Brahm now on a run. Quick shot, Vanzella right there for the save, and a knee from Nascimento. Back to his keeper. 3-on-3 now. NDI. Holds up play. There you go.
Play. Absolutely. That's a good decision, right? So we had a couple guys change, and Harrisburg had numbers. That's a smart, intelligent play.
Dos Santos picked up by Thompson. Touch for NDI is knocked away, but Harrisburg only able to clear back into the Blast end. Now Cemento goes down. Quick chance here, but sprawling save by Vanzella, and the Blast defense cleans it up. Still loose, comes through the box wide.
Yeah, Williams should have caught that one. He made a mistake and kind of slipped, couldn't get his hands around it.
Dos Santos keeps it alive. Donatelli forward. Here's far side shot, saved by Perella. Great touch by Cipollone that time.
Perella not only made a great save, but then used the deflection to parry it away. Knew he wasn't going to be able to corral it, but got it out of danger.
Donatelli's shot and a goal. It's NDI out of the corner, finds Donatelli, and it's 5-0 Blast.
Guys, I don't know about you, but the defensive pressure, especially in transition, has been the difference here at the beginning of this third quarter. They're really making a point to press Harrisburg quickly in their half when they lose it.
Well, NDI took it away from 2 Harrisburg players in that corner, kept it alive, and Donatelli gets the beneficiary there. Welcome back to the score sheet, Tony Donatelli.
And Harrisburg's going to take this timeout here. Pat Healy's done this in both games here in Baltimore so far. Early in the second half, not letting it get away, and he'll do it again here.
Time to go 3:19 for the Blast. And it's 5-0. And this is exactly what you wanted if you're Danny Kelly coming off that tough loss on Friday night. And this is probably what you would expect from a Blast team that's won 3 straight championships.
I was going to say, this is kind of what you expect from a Danny Kelly coach team. You know, I mean, I talked to Danny during the week a lot, and there's no panic in his voice. He understands where his team is, trying to integrate a lot of the younger guys, and he knows that they're going to have some bumps in the road, but he's confident with the younger players that he has, mixing them in. So this is not a surprise.
Well, it's interesting, too. You know, in the locker room before the game, we were talking. He was like, look, you know, it is what it is. We know we've played how we've played, but really it's about how you respond to that. And it's a learning experience. And it's a good thing. It's a good test to see how guys respond to that situation that they put themselves in.
Yeah, you know what's a good test? This is a good test that the coach figures out who he can rely on to go to battle for him and for each other, for the team, when you're in the playoffs and when, you know, the chips are down.
Well, I think it goes back to his post-game interview with me after the game on Friday, where he said some guys played themselves out of the lineup, some guys played themselves out of rotation. You know, you see when the chips are down, those guys. And so absolutely, Lee, I think that Danny Kelly's showing that, and you're seeing some guys step up today and get a job done.
Quick shot here by Thompson goes wide. Mello runs it down in the corner. Elton, good touch by Danny Oliviero. Mello loses the ball to the double team. Francis down the wing, marked by Elton. Nifty move by Francis. Oliveira, though, runs him off. Elton picks up the loose change there, and sends out Dantas. Vinny turns, that shot blocked. Elton runs it down near side.
This opportunity here is coming out of a great double in the corner. Their defensive pressure here to start this third quarter is excellent.
Quick touch for Mello. Mello turns. Quick shot by Dantas with the left foot. Perella right there to make that save. Diesel steps in front of the distribution, cuts it back for Dantas. Let's face it, too. Some of the vets have stepped up, too. Donatelli with the goal. Dantas has played 100% better tonight than what we saw Friday night. Looks like he's a little more healthier today.
Yeah,
On condition, too, right? I mean, that was the first time back after a couple weeks off. He's got his legs under him a little bit.
Mello will run. That's wide.
Yeah, and I think, you know, for me, Mello was the player of the first half. His composure, beating people one-on-one, and Adriano is always steady in the back.
Takes on Morgan here, goes down the wing. Off the boards, or I thought off the boards. Instead, he took a shot on goal and it just went wide.
Yeah, I think that was a deflection. I thought that had a chance to go in there.
Oh, steal. Here's Donatelli. Shot save. Perella as he stepped out and cut down the angle.
Yeah, Perella did really well there.
Great save from Perella.
Foul called here. I think the Blast are frustrated. Who's the foul on? It's on Harrisburg, but Hoxie's frustrated because he had the ball in the middle of the field by himself. And Donatelli will restart. Dos Santos. Morgan makes that play. And Blast kick it away.
Great recovery. Everybody helping out. It's something he's going to kicking himself for later.
Good steal by Thomas. Thomas taken down by Santana. Foul called. Welcome back to Baltimore Blast. In control, 5-0 over the Heat here in the third quarter. Don't forget, outside of being on the team, the best way to know what's happening in the MASL is to tune in to Kick This. Every weekend, Soccer Sam discusses the ins and outs of all the MASL action. Find Kick This every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern on iHeartRadio. Now, Andrew, update on Melo?
He's holding the wrist or the shoulder. He is in a lot of pain down his arm. He's trying to make some fists and down there with Heather. But the Blast players felt that the opposing player from Harrisburg came in with his elbow up and took him down to the boards. But the officials didn't see that one.
Yeah, we have the replay up on the board. It looked like some contact. There's a save by Perella. Rebound goes wide. Looked like there was some contact, but again, as Lee mentioned before, nothing malicious. It was just two guys battling for the ball into the corner.
The Blast disagree with your assessment of the video.
No, I understand. I understand.
And Melo looks to be in some pain, but he is on the bench, which is a good sign.
2-on-1 here. Shot, save, rebound, and that's blocked away. Dantas with the shot. Rebound off the post. Donatelli came through. And now we'll stop play as a Harrisburg player's down.
Gotta capitalize. You gotta capitalize on a 2-on-1 like that.
Villella's down for the Heat. It looked like the 2-on-1 got created when Villella went down outside the yellow line. That's numerous odd man rushes for the Blast here in this game.
Yeah, uncharacteristically, they really haven't connected on a number of them, and they're usually actually pretty proficient at that.
Looks like they're going to try to get Villella up. He's holding the midsection.
Ribs, solar plexus.
Little sternum hit.
You see Pat Healy on the field. Here it is. Yeah. Nothing too. Yeah, maybe got the wind knocked out of him.
No, you know what it was, Paul? I've actually done that before. So when he fell, he twisted, and you have cartilage in between your ribs, and sometimes that pulls, and is that excruciating? That's what it looked like.
Blast will restart here. Free kick at the midfield stripe. Adriano Dos Santos triggers in for Vanzella. Down for Hoxie, marked by Santana. Hoxie's pass intercepted by Francis. Francis gets the return pass. Here come the Heat, 7 minutes to play third quarter. Escobar, marked by Nascimento, back for Santana. Santana's pass for Hundelt goes wide. Now Santana has it near the near boards. Nelson fakes the shot, marked by Hoxie.
Rochester Lancers connection there.
Hundelt with a drive. Goalkeeper distribution for Vanzella.
That might be the first time I've ever seen a goalkeeper take a drink during a game.
He was distribution knocked away.
That's actually a patented William Vanzella move. Use that to get a couple minutes, a couple extra seconds from the officials.
Yeah, I don't know how the officials allow that, to be honest
Well,
with you.
he just acts like he is allowed to do it, and nobody questions him. But I mean, he's pretty consistent with doing it, Lee. If you watch, he goes and goes in the goal, and he'll pretend he'll take his gloves off and restrap them, and he'll get a little towel, and he's got a whole routine.
Interesting. I'm surprised they haven't called a delay of game there.
He just does it every time, so they think he can get away. Like he just acts as if. I mean, that's what.
Huh? They let you get away with it.
Well, and it's the same thing as the Blast. Every time they line up for a top of the arc restart, they put their feet in front of the line and then get moved back 50% of the time. The other 50% they don't have to move back.
Morgan's drive off the corner of the post. The outside corner of the post, I should say. Distribution headed away. And to the bench. Restart. Free kick for the Blast right in front of the Blast bench.
So one of the strengths of this Harrisburg team, that a couple times we've seen them play, has been their athleticism, right? That
Yes.
high pressing. And it's interesting because Pat is sitting back and allowing the Blast to keep tempo. I just don't think the Heat is very effective doing that.
A great ball by Donatelli to the corner. Olivero. And the Blast will hold the possession. Up 5 in no hurry. Off the referee, chance for Diesel, a shot, and a great save by Perella.
Great pass by the official, one time in stride.
He would have gotten an assist on that goal.
That's a beautiful one-touch pass.
That's an amazing save by Perella, who's played outstanding here this afternoon.
Yeah, he's done a good job. He's had a lot of quality saves.
I tell you what, I talked about, and we've talked about a lot of unlucky bounces off an official, but that's one of the worst I've ever seen. I mean, that ball came off the official right to the middle of the box.
It's a beautiful redirect. It was a great pass.
Well, Perella here gives it away. Thomas stays on it. Olivero takes it. Works on Santana. To the middle. Dantas through the legs of Hundelt, but Perella right there to make the play. Good run here. Escobar, or I should say Vieja, to the Blast end, and Vanzella into the midsection. Quick distribution, 3-on-2 if they hurry, and Elton pulls it back. Really the only arena, Lee, I think I could say that it's a 3-on-2 if they hurry and then they pull it back. That's how small it is. There's Mello. Mello back on the field. That's good to see.
They did wrap his elbow up. You can see he's carrying it kind of gingerly, but
You would say that you don't use it much in soccer, but, you know, balance, things like that.
Yeah, it
The
really
whole body
is.
plays a key.
Yeah, he's not moving that naturally by any means.
Chance by Francis is blocked away. Dantas heads it for Kalu, and the Heat steal it back.
oh, it's interesting. You watch there, Mello did not run through that ball. Pulled up and stopped and went backwards, and you wonder if he's a little shy of contact.
I'm sure. Now you can just see him holding it awkwardly. And Danny Kelly may have to make a decision if it's worth, if the Blast are in control fourth quarter, if it's worth keeping him out there.
Well, I'm sure Danny also wants a bit of an emphatic win here, right? So
Yeah,
they
absolutely.
dropped one to Harrisburg, which I'm sure he wasn't happy about, and you want to kind of put a stamp on it just to let them know, hey, you know what? That was a little bit of an anomaly, and that's not going to happen again.
Kalu, great pass up ahead. Hoxie! Oh, touched too far in front. And Perella's able to come out and make the play. Perella's down.
Perella's
Great ball by Kalu. Fantastic.
Good move by Morgan in front. That's knocked down. Here's Hoxie. Oh, and they stop play. All right, let's set this up and explain what happened. I know Blast fans are upset, but Perella was down, and he was feeling the effects of the play. The referee let play go.
You can't let play go when you have possession, and then when the Blast get possession in a breakaway, then call it.
Especially because the keeper got up. Perella got up.
Oh.
So, and it's not like as if it was a head injury. The keeper was back on his feet.
Harrisburg had possession for a good 30 seconds after he went down.
Yeah, that's just that's unfortunate. I think that's a bad decision.
Oh man, that's a bad break.
The top of my head would have popped off there.
Oh, Hoxie's taking it much better than I would have.
Man.
So it'll just be a restart here for the Blast. Free kick in the midfield. Here's NDI. Depossessed by Santana. And a foul called here on Olivero. Free kick for Harrisburg. 2:38 left in the third. Heat looking for their first goal of the game. And it is a little disconcerting when you're Andrew Hoxie, you turn and see the goalkeeper alone and the whistle blows, right?
Yeah, I'm sure he was a little confused.
Great chip just inside 3 lines. Harrisburg clears it. Nascimento will run on. Plays it forward. Escobar steals. Thompson holds for Escobar. Perella feeds Thompson. Cuts around Nascimento. Ball's loose. Donatelli wins it. Foul called on Thompson.
So at the beginning of the game, Paul, when you talk about how do you get out of a 3-game losing streak, all the little things, right?
Yeah.
Goal side, getting back, following your runners, communicating. They've been very consistent with that.
How about just shooting on goal and taking shots, right? Sometimes, you have to do that, right?
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
get into a funk where maybe you lose confidence and you're starting to maybe pass one, too many times. Some big goals from behind the yellow line for the Blast tonight. Cavello down the wing, chips. Vanzella makes that play. 2 Harrisburg Heat back. Chance now, Dos Santos. Dos Santos to the middle. Shot, save, Perella. Dos Santos knocks it away from Santana. Now Nelson chips it back for his keeper.
Maybe.
He's the king of the thigh back.
Yeah,
huh?
right? Or the shin or the knee or whatever it is. 3-line header by Thomas. Going to restart at the yellow for Harrisburg with 1:02 left in the quarter. SK drives it into the net.
Hey, I just got a text
There's William
from.
right there. Look.
Yeah, he's drinking again. I just got a text from Marco Chantel, former Blast
Yes,
player.
sir.
Marco, what's going on, buddy? Hope you're doing well.
Here's Dantas, depossessed.
Paul, you getting any tweets lately?
No, why?
Just didn't know if we wanted to read some tweets.
Oh. Here's Morgan. Run off.
Oh, great touch.
Look,
great
Mello. Chance
first
here,
touch.
3-on-2. Mello down the wing. And oh! Jonathan Mello with the left foot makes it 6-0 Blast.
What a beautiful first touch.
He couldn't bend his arm to do a celebration, so he had to do one-handed.
Spinning out of trouble at midfield, and then what a finish.
Here we go. Down the wing, good touch with the right, and then the left foot up under the bar.
Unfortunately, it's only a 2-point goal, just inside the 3-point line.
We'll see if there's an assist or not. It looked like that goal unassisted. And let's see. Vanzella gets the assist. So for Mello, there's a header on goal. Mello picks up goal number 11 on the season. And Vanzella picks up his 2nd assist of the year. 15 seconds left, and Blast have the possession. So the Blast have scored in the last minute of the 2nd quarter, the 1st minute of the 3rd quarter, and the last minute of the 3rd quarter. Referee says play on as the horn sounds. We'll head to the 4th quarter. Blast in control. It's Blast 6. Harrisburg nothing. Back with 4th quarter action after the break. You're watching MASL Soccer on MASL TV.
No, 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 no.
Jack, can I talk to you? I think you need one of these. You're acting like a kid.
Yes, yes, yes.
Have a blast and score big at Antwerpen Automotive. Jack is saying yes to every deal on all new and pre-owned vehicles, plus discounts up to $15,000 and no payments for 3 months. Now at all 10 Antwerpen locations.
Jack says yes.
And welcome back to Baltimore Blast. In control, 6-0 over the Heat. This is a remarkable number when you look at the third quarter stats. The Blast have 45 shots on goal.
I love that.
45-12 is the shots on goal in this game.
Huh.
That's an amazing number, as well as Matt
that
Perella has
confirmed?
22 saves in the game.
Listen, not only are they possessing it, but they're letting it go. I think quite often teams get caught in possessing for the sake of possessing. 45 shots, that's great. That's complete dominance through the first 3 quarters.
We talked about it to open the game. How does the team respond when they absolutely got it handed to them on Friday night? Well, I think you've seen the Blast today respond, as they have owned this game from start to finish. Here's Perel with the distribution. Good run by Hundell here. Marked by Elton.
That's fantastic rotation there between the Blast players.
Dos Santos down the wing. Dos Santos with a goal! Wow.
Well-earned goal. Adriano's been doing a lot of work up and down the field today. I'm glad he put one in the net. He's deserved it.
Dos Santos, his second goal of the game. His 6th goal of the season. 7-0 Blast. Replay. Just a great finish.
Yeah, absolutely. Harrisburg's not putting any pressure on the ball there, and Adriano just kept going up the field and saw the shot and took it.
Time of the goal, 23 seconds. Blast score. Last minute of the second quarter. First minute of the third quarter. Last minute of the third quarter. First minute of the fourth. And Adriano throwing T-shirts up into the media section.
Did you get it, Paul?
Nah, it was a little about 10 feet away.
He's got the arm of a soccer player. How many times have we said Morgan's name tonight, Paul?
Oh, yeah, only a couple.
Right?
Only a couple. Here's Brom.
My question is, why do they keep having him away from the goal when he's a back-to-goal player?
Yeah.
Why would you have Morgan out trying to receive the ball? That's not his game.
Blast with good pressure here. Keeping the pedal down. Even up 7-0.
Update from up in Utica City. The Utica City FC followed up their big win here in Baltimore, putting up 13 points. They got 13 goals against Metro Stars Mississauga and win 13-5 to keep a 2-game lead in first place in the Eastern Division.
Perella with a nifty play there to avoid Kalu. Then he gives it away to Thomas. Thomas has been all over the place today. Thomas down the wing off the boards in front. That's kicked away by Brom. Thomas wins the possession back.
Great positive touch when he wanted. His first touch was to take it down the field, not a negative touch, just to keep possession.
Now, Andrew mentioned that Utica game. Utica certainly making a statement about who is the dominant team right now in the Eastern Division.
Well, yes and no. Look at you've got to knock the champs out. Right?
That's true. No question. Here's a shot and a goal. What a pass there by Cipollone for Dantas. 8-0 Blast.
Funny, I was having a conversation with William yesterday. Timeout early from Pat Healy again. I was having a conversation with William Van Zell, and I was talking about the parallels of what happened with the Patriots in the NFL this year, and that mentality of we're still here. You know, and you wondered how the Blast would respond after getting knocked around a little bit. You read the message boards, some of them around the league saying the Blast dominance is over, Utica City's back. And, you know, whether that underdog mentality the Blast haven't had for a long time, they get to have now. And they're enjoying it right now.
That's very true. Very true. Time of the goal, 1:58.
Be interesting to see as a young coach.
What Pat Healy comes up with, right?
Well, what not only what he can come up with, but if he can get his guys to play and not kind of pack it in at this point. Because right now it's been a little bit of a lackluster fourth period so far, or fourth quarter so far.
So just a little context to the shots on goal conversation. 45 at the end of 3 quarters for the Blast. In the game against Utica City, they were at 21 at the end of 3 quarters. So twice as many shots, more than twice as many shots through 3 quarters tonight's performance. And, you know, keep in mind, they were trailing for most of that game. They were down 5-0 at half, so they should have been taking shots, but we're not, and you're seeing it tonight.
All right, here comes Harrisburg. By the way, for T. Cipollone, that's his first point of the season.
Yeah.
First point as a Blast member.
Congrats.
And that was a good assist to get it on.
That it was. A nice one-time sharp ball through.
Santana.
Difference in Vinny right now.
Yeah,
Just
I mean,
how he's moving.
It's like night and day from Friday night. It really is.
I mean, off the ball, look at the run. I mean, I wonder how much of it was conditioning, how much of it was mental, combined with coming back from the physical, yeah.
All of that plays into it. Olivero to the corner. He wins that physical battle. Santana steps in, but foul called here on the Blast now.
Nelson does a really good job of getting his body in.
Oh, he's a savvy player.
He is, but he's got a good center of gravity. He's very strong.
Mello kicks it away, plays it back for Vanzella off the boards. William gives it away and then comes out and makes the save.
Yeah, Williams trying to be a little bit too cute there. He's just, and I know it's a small field, but he's got to just clip that up the field.
Oh, and then he gave the old 2-clap to Vinny, and Vinny is like 2-clapping him back going, what do you want me to do? Oh, here's a chance. Francis whiffs, and Braun puts it into the mesh over the glass. 3 minutes into the fourth, all Blast. Thomas, marked by Thompson. Thomas off the boards in front. Skips by, and Dos Santos steps in. Quick touch for Donatelli. Francis kicks it away. Elton steps back in front. Great ball for Dos Santos. Adriano taken away by Perella off the boards and out, so it'll be a free kick for the Blast in the midfield.
You notice, Paul, that Harrisburg's not getting back after they get beat, right? So they're kind of getting either just cheating the other way, hoping to not get shut out, or kind of packing it in a little bit.
Yeah, tough. Really tests you when you're down this much.
It does, but honestly, it shows you what type of player you have. It shows professionalism.
Well, it's funny, we talked about it with Kevin Healy when he talked about what kind of roster they're looking to build in Harrisburg. It was never about this season. It was about finding guys that are going to last when they are that championship caliber team that they're looking to create that roster. And,
it's always about this season. They just say it's not about this season.
Cipollone's drive goes wide. Duarte on the field for the first time in a while for Harrisburg. Vanzella just clears.
I've never met a GM, coach, or player who didn't think it was about this season.
It's about right now. It's always about right now, right? I mean, you can say all you want, but it's about right now.
Absolutely.
Oh, good ball by Escobar in front. Deflection is knocked away by Vanzella and then driven into the crowd. Upper deck shot there. Vanzella will distribute.
I was on a team that was 3-37, and you know what? It was all about that day.
All about that day, right?
Every single game.
Mello off the boards in front.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if we see Mello too much this. I mean, his arm is not moving at all.
Kind of just like.
And he's grimacing when he runs. Doesn't surprise me, right? It's a veteran, though. Wants to make sure that they're kind of proving a point here, that there was a little bit of an anomaly last game.
Well, and you've seen them as they played in the fourth quarter for shutouts before in this building. That's something they take a lot of pride in, especially after giving up 9 goals against Utica City on Friday. You know, I could see them playing, not letting the foot off the gas in terms of defensive pressure, trying to get that shutout.
Yeah, it's, you know, it's not just for the game against Harrisburg here, it also shows the league that, you know what, they woke up a little bit and they were annoyed at having a bad game.
Morgan off the boards. That's blocked away. Nice defensive play by Nascimento. Thomas, who's been all over the field today, steals it. Mello has it. Good touch for Thomas down the boards. Runs into Hundelt. Ball comes free. NDI wins it. Cross and Nascimento late. Back for NDI. He's pushed off and ball's cleared.
Yeah, it'd be nice if he's a little stronger there. Use the sole of his foot to hold it and then kind of roll it back.
Vanzella takes his time playing the ball.
Jamie Thomas has reminded me a little bit of Juan Pereira today. How he's playing, how he's running all over, making runs, defensively stepping in front of guys.
Absolutely. Listen, he's been a catalyst here with his energy on the defensive end and then, you know, creating numbers on the offensive end as well.
Vanzella to the corner for Donatelli. Donatelli wins it. Comes out. A nice defensive play, though, by Viejo to recover and win the possession back for the Heat. Donatelli steals when we had Olivero in the middle open. And to your point, Lee, you know, Harrisburg right now defensively losing track of guys.
Yeah, listen, a lot of these guys are either playing not to get shut out or they're just kind of packing it in.
Bad pass here. Dantas to steal. Viejo goes down hard. Foul called on Dantas. Again, that's another situation that could have been 2 minutes.
Yeah, no,
but,
absolutely. I mean, it wasn't malicious. You know, Vinny just got there late, and it easily could have been 2 minutes.
Now Viejo's going to come off the injury. Perella to the far side. Here's Santana in the midfield. Towards the box. 50-50 ball won by Dantas. Comes Perella again and off the thigh of Cavello. Blast with a kick in. So Santos Mello back on the field again. Adriano with some space. He'll back it out instead and play far side for Elton. Fine balance here, Lee, between possession and attacking, right?
Yeah, listen, for me, and I'm sure for Danny as well, you want to possess the ball, but listen, let's continue to go at him, right? Let's leave an imprint for future games.
And what do you do if you're Pat Healy? I mean, do you pull and go sixth attacker here?
No.
I am a firm believer that you try to get something out of every
something
game.
out of it, right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Even if it's just working on the sixth attacker for a couple minutes, right?
Something. You've got to get something out of these games. Listen, there are games when nothing goes right, but you got to try to get something out of a game.
Well, and I think that the inverse to that is I agree with that, but you don't do it by pulling the sixth attacker. You prove that point by saying, okay, we'll work on this or we're going to work on our team, but I don't think you put the sixth attacker in a game like this.
I sure would.
Francis now in the midfield.
As a matter of fact, I'd have it in already.
Perella across the yellow. You know, I feel like this, too, you can use your keeper a little more aggressively.
Well, listen, you don't want to get shut out.
Dantas now cuts it to the middle. Vinny, good ball control, and Perella with another save. Ball's loose, and they'll call a foul on the blast.
As a professional, you don't want to get shut out.
No, I know.
You get 3 put in the back of your net, and it's 11 as long as it's 11-1.
There's no official record right now for shutouts for Vanzella, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to go with 10. I think he's looking for number 11 here.
That's got to be the most all-time.
And that's just from the brain of Paul Mittermeier. So, you know, take that with a grain of salt. But I believe it's 10. Heat in the midfield. Under 6 to play. That's what we're watching here. And I'm sure the Blast are aware of that too, defensively. Can they get William the goose egg?
Absolutely. Listen, you take pride in that. It's hard to get a shutout.
Especially in a building of this size. I mean.
And there's a goal. We jinxed him.
We did. I'm blaming that one on you. You started the shutout talk.
I know. Hundelt with the goal. 9:25 the time of the goal.
That'll be the official timeout.
We'll take the replay real quick. It's a little time and space there, and it's a great finish to the corner.
Yeah, just a little bit too much time and a little too much space on the ball there.
5:35 left. Blast lead at 8-1. We'll be back after the break. You're watching MASL Soccer on MASL TV. Oh,
I guarantee you Danny's pissed down there.
Oh, he's really upset. I know he's upset. Welcome back to Baltimore. Blast lead at 8-1 over the Heats. The MASL and Miters share a long-term vision to see arena soccer grow in North America. Miters Astro Division Ball is the official game ball for MASL league play. Miters Astro Division is designed specifically for play on artificial surfaces. It features a more accurate flight than the average ball, has a 30% reduced bounce to make it play more efficiently in arena soccer.
30%. That's science.
Adriano missed a breakaway there. He was waving. He knew he missed that pass.
Paul, I'd just like to go back in that there was somebody whose job it was to test the bounce of that ball.
I know.
And determine it was 30%. That's their job.
NDI drives it just wide. Scientists doing science.
Playing with soccer balls, bouncing them.
Hey.
Lee, is that what you do with your students?
What's that?
Test
the science of bounce? No. I just want them to figure the bounce out.
Under 5 to play. Here's Nelson Santana. Now Perella. Hundelt. Harrisburg has it. Foul called here on Dos Santos. And a blue card. A blue card, Lee.
Hey!
Hey!
One of my favorite things.
I guess this will be a tripping foul on Dos Santos. Adriano kind of smiling as he goes to the box. Here's the replay. It's a good turn by Morgan.
Yeah, but once again, he's finally in a position up front where he hasn't been. They haven't gotten the ball to him a lot today.
As the Heat go on the power play, say hi to Brett Phillips, who's tuned in out there.
Yeah, Brett Phillips just said he was listening in the car, driving his daughter to a game.
See if the Blast can kill the power play. Man. What an amazing goalkeeper Brett Phillips was.
One of the most intense human beings I've ever had the pleasure of playing with. He was fantastic.
Here's Santana. Shot and a goal on the power play. Will the Heat respond?
Yeah, 2 late goals here. Obviously, the game is in hand, and it's fine, but I'm sure Danny's not going to be happy with this.
Tom Meller with the goal, his 5th goal of the season. Good fake by Santana to get Donatelli down, and then a good feed by Santana for the goal. 8-2 Blast. 11-13 time of the goal. There's Thompson. Shot blocked, gets it back, and Vanzello pounces on that. I wonder if Brett Phillips would like to play in this arena, Lee.
Are you kidding me? He would love it, because it's just, you know, it's like a pinball game. You face so many shots.
Mello down in the corner for Diesel, and then, you know, when the other team goes 6th attacker, you can throw the ball into the other goal for goals.
Oh God, I think I have permanent cartilage damage in my shoulder from Brett's pregame Taekwondo thing that he used to do on my shoulder. He beat the crap out of me before the game.
Yeah, it worked then, didn't it? Oh, drive through the box, run down by the Heat. How about 6th attacker here? Hunt dealt with the drive.
You know my feeling.
No,
about
right?
This.
I mean, you know, why not? 2:40 left.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's a 6-goal deficit. I've seen stranger things happen.
Once again, you work on something. You try to get something positive out of a game.
Oh, a loose ball shot, goal. NDI puts it into the back of the net from Elton, and the Blast back on the board 9-2.
That right there was the difference. It's been the difference in the game all evening long. Digging it out of the corners, doing all the little things. Look at this is just being a little bit dirty and digging it out.
It's a nice touch. Time of the goal, 12:31. 9-2 Blast. And for Mo Ndiaye, his 2nd goal of the season.
He's put in a good shift today.
Yes.
He's starting to understand the game a little bit.
Nice back heel here in the midfield. Kalu. Thomas and Vanzella will hold it. Force Harrisburg to the defensive side. Donatelli run off by Francis. Donatelli pulls him down 2 minutes.
That's an easy 2-minute call. Absolutely. It's kind of silly.
There's the replay. Watch Tony grab the jersey. And watch Francis go down.
I mean, you should have to pull taller to make someone that size. I mean, harder to make someone that size go down.
Go down, right?
But
right.
still,
yeah.
You know, if you pull a jersey like that this late in a 9-2 game, they're going to call it.
Although we did see on Friday night, and Lee, Friday night, Blast down, there's a shot to save on the power play. Andrew Coughlin basically tackled Andrew Hoxie in the box,
yeah.
and somehow that wasn't witnessed by any of the officials.
And that's a long fall. Hoxie's 6'5". For him to go down, it took a while.
It's kind of a vortex. He didn't see him, huh?
Diesel with the shot block there. Francis far side. Off the corner board and over the foot of Santana.
So, Paul, who was the other noticeable name we haven't called very much tonight?
Oh.
That has had some good games against the Blast.
Oh, Cavello, I guess, yeah?
Absolutely,
yeah.
right? I mean, an experienced player.
Ball goes right to him as you talk about him.
Yeah, we haven't said his name that often tonight.
Santana, some space, shot, and a goal. Santana rips it into the back of the net.
That was a great shot.
9-3 with 56 seconds left. Great. Well, you saw he had some space, and then he just got that one last touch. Gave him the right angle to put it up for 90.
Yeah, now listen, that was a fantastic shot.
14:04 time of the goal, Santana for Nelson. The Blast had owned this, but Harrisburg has made a statement this year. A big win up there a couple games ago.
And that's one out of how many wins?
No, right.
3 this season
yeah,
or
that's
4?
what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean,
so
that'll do it. Blast win it 9-3. They respond. They break the 3-game losing streak. Blast move to 8-5 on the season. And the one thing this does, obviously Utica City has kind of jumped themselves out there in first place, but this is another message by the Blast back to the league saying, hey, you know, we might be chasing first place right now, but we'll be there at the end of the season. We'll be ready to play.
yeah, listen, at the end of the day, everybody in the league knows that the Blast is going to be there at the end of the day, right?
I think they needed to tell themselves that after the 9-1 loss.
Yes and no. Like, you know, we've all been part of bad days where nothing goes right. Sometimes those losses are easier to take than a
the
6-5
4-3 or the 6-5. Yeah,
You're like, you know, okay, just nothing went wrong. Nothing went right today.
Save of the game for Vanzella. Comes across to parry that away off of William S.K.'s foot. There's your save of the game. Let's go down to the field. Andrew Primrose has our player of the game. Andrew?
All right, Adriano, 2 goals tonight and a much better result on the scoreboard, 9-3 for the Blast. You guys had lost 3 games in a row coming into this game. What did this mean to the Blast players to come in here tonight, and what were you guys looking at?
We have a hard stretch, losing 3 games, so we gotta change our mindset. We know we're gonna fight for a playoff spot, and we don't have much time to start doing the little things, the things that we talk about in the locker room, the things that we training every week. So we gotta get better on that kind of stuff. And tonight we did much better. We did a better job doing the details. So and show on a scoreboard. So when you pay attention to details and you work hard and you do the stuff that we talk about, that we train every day, we give ourselves a chance to win the game.
All right, defensively, only 3 goals, most of them in the fourth quarter, as we see Nelson Santana walk by scoring one of those. What did you guys focus on defensively to regain that edge?
Pay attention to details, you know, stay in goal side, don't let guys slide on the board and attack us and put ourselves in a situation that everybody's behind the ball, working for each other, cutting the pass lanes, and work on the stuff that we work every day.
All right, so you guys lost 3 games. You were in second place now behind Utica. You're looking up. Are you guys losing any confidence? Or you still feel like you're the championship team, or are you guys worried?
No, we confident. We confident on everybody. Games you play, sometimes you're going to win, sometimes you're going to lose. It's how you bounce back from the loss. We're learning. Now we have 8 players, new players to the game. They're still learning the game. We got to have patience with them, but on the same time, try to get them on the same page because we're definitely going to be fighting for playoff time. So when playoff come, we're everybody on the same page and ready to go.
All right, well, fantastic. Great game tonight. Congratulations on getting back in the win column.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Now, so the Blast get the win. 9-3 is the final. The Blast got that all-important first goal of the game. Vinny Dantas scored that one. They scored the first 3 to a 3-0 halftime lead and went on from there. Let's go back to Andrew, who's got Harrisburg Heat head coach Pat Healy. Andrew?
I'm down here with Pat Healy. No, Pat, we're not in the arena. No. We go through. We're not going to talk in the arena, just on the radio, just to your fans back in Harrisburg. All right, there we go. So, Pat, obviously the last time you guys stepped on the field against Baltimore, you were at home and you came away with the first win against Baltimore in a long time for this Harrisburg franchise. How are you feeling coming into today's game confidence-wise?
I thought we had a good week of practice. We had a week off and, rested up, and we came out. I don't think we had the best first day. We weren't bad. William made some saves. They're a good team. That's why they're the Baltimore Blast. And then the third quarter we had a bad quarter. But the first half wasn't bad. William made saves. Just didn't go our way.
What are you guys looking at now that you have to go back home? You have to regroup. You had a 2-game winning streak. You knocked off the 2 teams in front of you in the division, and looking good. Now you got to kind of go back to the drawing board. What are you going to look at?
Yeah, we want to win as many games as possible, but it's a process. You're not going to switch it on and off and make a winner overnight. They know this is a process. Every guy in that locker room knows, yes, we're doing the best we can to get better this year, but it's a future thing. And I have good, confidence that we're going to make the adjustment. And we have Mississauga next week. We're going to go out and play our heart out, and see how the chips fall next week.
And you got Mississauga coming. A lot of good things going on around the game. You want to talk to the fans back at home, come out and see you guys, all the different things going on up there?
Oh, yeah. We're doing, Chrissy Rampone's coming in. We have a good camp going on with her. We have 2 games that weekend, not this weekend, the following weekend. And that's big games. It's Milwaukee. I think they're the best team in the league, and so they're coming to town in Mississauga. 2 great games to come to, 2 events that we have, but we're building something, and we're proud of what we're building with Carl, my dad, and the rest of the organization. We're proud of what we're building, and we know it's going to take time, and it's frustrating at times, but rewarding at other times, like 2 weeks ago was really rewarding. And there's going to be money those weekends in the future, just not right now.
All right, well, fantastic. Good luck against Mississauga. Of course, we'll be rooting for you in the division game there every time you're not playing here. But
you're rooting for us when we play Utica and Mississauga, just not.
Yeah, pretty much else. All right, yeah, we'll be honest, Pat. I appreciate it.
Oh no, it's fine. You got to do that. I'm from Baltimore fans. I got to root for Baltimore.
There you go. All right, well, thank you, Pat Healy. Appreciate it.
Good job, Andrew, as the Blast win this one 9-3. Go over the scoring summary real quick. Vinny Dantas with the opening goal. Marco Nascimento on the score sheet as well in that second quarter. Jamie Thomas got a goal in the last minute of play in the second quarter. 3-0 at the half. Blast scored 3 in the third quarter. Adriano Dos Santos, Tony Donatelli, and Jonathan Mello to make it 6-0. The assist on that Mello goal to William Vanzella. And then it was all the way up to 8-0. Dos Santos and Dantas to make it 8-0 before Harrisburg scored 3 of the last 4. Hundelt, Malor, and Santana sandwiched around a Muhammad Ndiaye goal to give this a final of 9-3. Blast out shoot Harrisburg 49-20. And in one of the great goalkeeper performances we've seen in CQ this year, Lee, Matt Peral makes 23 saves.
Yeah, he was under fire, so I thought that he was the one that kept this game from really being lopsided.
No question.
It could have easily been,
Been
15,
16, right?
Yeah.
So the Blast get into the win column after their 3-game losing streak. They go on the road for one. They go to Mississauga on February 15th. Then we're back here in Baltimore. An 11 sports game on February 22nd. That's a Friday night against the Milwaukee Wave. Big rival for the Blast in town, and that's a huge weekend because then on Sunday, Utica City comes in. It's Hall of Fame night. And before we go, Lee, congratulations to P.J. Wakefield and Juliana Salenza on their induction on the 24th into the Blast Hall of Fame.
Yeah, listen, absolutely. 2 Baltimore guys, grew up here, played high school, played college ball in town. Fantastic teammates, great players. So I had the pleasure of hanging out with them last weekend at my wife's birthday party.
That's
and
right.
yeah, so it was great. Just, 2 great guys.
No doubt about it. That's going to do it here from CQ Arena. Once again, our final score. The Blast win it tonight 9-3 over the Harrisburg Heat. We'll talk to you again here at CQ on the 22nd against the Milwaukee Wave.